Paul Feig blames female Ghostbusters failure on Trump supporters. I need everybody to understand that this is a 2024 story. Okay? This story just broke a few days ago. Paul Feig, the director of the Ghostbusters 2016 film, blames Trump supporters. What? We're this far
just can't let it go, man.
Can't let it go. And it's all because he's blaming, I put it here, he's blaming this right here. He's blaming this right here.
They're remaking Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford. You can't do that. And now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on?
Wow. I'm so hurt.
Paul Feig said in the video or in the article, like, that was it. He goes, that's where it's all started. That's where it all started.
Wow. Wow, that's really brutal, man. Trump really. That was brutal, man. That was brutal. I don't know if Trump ever had a more brutal statement about anything. That is like 8 years, dude.
Jeez, man.
That's I've said this a million times. There's these people that just pass the blame. They never take responsibility for making something crappy. They never look and go, we tried some things, didn't really work out. And, it wouldn't have surprised me, but it didn't happen. If like the people from Sonic, like, hey, we hate that Sonic. Well, it's probably because you like Trump. We're releasing it anyway. It's like it's how these people think. It's they constantly blame other people, for their terrible stuff. I'll never forget, like Seth Rogen when he made that Santa Claus Inc.
Yeah,
and people were trashing it, and he's just like, don't worry about the people trashing it. They're just white supremacists. You're like,
yep.
What? Oh, what? You mean if you don't like the show, that's what you are? Like, seriously? Well, it's like pass the blame, man. Like, just pass the blame. It's not a bad show. You're the problem. You're the problem.
The truth is Donald Trump, while is probably the most powerful and influential person in the world, does not have the power to destroy a movie just with his words. He just doesn't. What he does have the power to do is to tell the truth about something. And that's exactly what he did about Ghostbusters 2016. Ghostbusters 2016 did not fail because Donald Trump called it out. Ghostbusters 2016 failed for the exact reasons that Donald Trump mentioned, that it was an identity politics shit show and no one was interested in it to begin with. Nobody cared. Nobody was going to see this.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
And they crapped on, like, that's the thing. They took what people loved, before, and they crapped on it. They brought in the old characters to make fun of them, to kill them. Like, I know they didn't play the original Ghostbusters in the film, but like they just crapped on it. So I don't know. And then you go, well, it wasn't our fault. We made a good film. It's blamed everything else. It's pretty wild, man.
I mean, I talked about it in my video, or I mentioned the story, but when Ghostbusters 2016 came out, I wasn't like on the internet making like culture war videos and shit. Like I was just a moviegoer. And when it was first announced, all I remember saying is, well, the Paul Feig guys made a couple of funny movies. This is before Ghostbusters 2016. He had a couple of funny movies with Melissa McCarthy or whatever her fucking name is. And so I was like, I mean, it's kind of weird, but whatever. And then you started to see the marketing, and then you heard how everybody's racist and sexist. And I'm like, dude, I don't even want to fucking see this shit now. This looks horrible. And I've never watched it to this day. So I'm never going to watch this movie. Man. I'm never going to watch this movie.
You know what's crazy? Like when they were giving this movie away, like if they were giving this movie away for a lot of different things, like digital downloads, like if you bought like a Blu-ray or something and there was like digital downloads, like that was in like that was in a lot of like free DVDs of other films that you could get this movie for free. That's how I ended up getting it. So then I watched it and it's like, wow, this is hilariously terrible. So.
Yeah, I'm never gonna see it. I heard they took like Chris Hemsworth and like basically made him just like your typical stereotypical like stupid guy
Yeah,
or
of
whatever.
course.
And yeah, I'm glad I've never seen it. Never seen it.
Yeah, other people like Michelle says, yeah, I got it in a free digital library. Yeah, it's like they were just like, we got to give it away.
But Ghostbusters 2016, apparently that is Donald Trump and his supporters' fault, ladies and gentlemen, according to Paul Feig.